Here we're playing the third round of our tournament. I just lost a couple seconds because I tried setting up this recording, and let's go ahead and get this started. So I did research on this guy, and he played Sicilian, but he doesn't play. He didn't play Sicilian this time, which is really odd to me. We're gonna do this. Oh, Evans Gambit. I'll do this. So this is something I don't know if I've played on this channel. I don't think I have, but a Gambit, basically that pushes for material over development. So he could back up, but I don't know what he's going to do if he backs up. I mean, I have not seen a single person not accept the gambit, so I'd have to like rationalize it before I decide because I simply don't know how I'm gonna make that work if he doesn't just push capture. Okay, so he did. So I'm gonna go ahead and push this pawn up, and there's several different variations you can go through, but the most common is that, where I can just push this pawn up and I play for aggressiveness, basically. And I believe the correct move is knight here. Knight here because if I do bishop, then I just lose all attack. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. And I believe if knight develops, I push this pawn. Okay, so he's not going to let me do that. I'm going to go ahead and start pushing my way in through this side of the board. Yep, I can go ahead and start pushing my way through. Making a claim on the center. Saying, back your bishop off, do something, or you're going to get crushed. Simple as that. He has to defend against the f7 square. This is going to be interesting. This is a very interesting game now. Okay, there you go. His knight's out here, and now I want to castle. If he castles, then I'm going to move my knight out of the way. Well, actually, I want to break an attack now. That's kind of what I want to do. Attack, and if he does do that, I'm going to move my bishop out of the way. Now I'm threatening his knight with some attacking lines. My pieces are all active, by the way. In some way. They're all active in some sort of way. I don't want to block my attack, so I don't want to make this move. I kind of want to break in the center already. And clear this square for my knight, so that I'm also activating my knight and attacking the knight on h6. So right now I'm being an attacker. I'm trying to redeem myself from last game. Although I'm not good at attacking, because once I attack, I think everything's just going to work out, but it doesn't work out usually. Okay, so we've seen this. Should I sacrifice more material? No, I think that's way too much material that I'm sacrificing. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I mean, I kind of feel like I have to, since his bishop isn't developed, his knight's in an awkward place, and these two pieces virtually are just attacking this square here. So, and my pieces are starting to calm down on his king, so I'm going to have to start making an attack, making things happen. His knight went there trying to defend that pawn, and also getting it out of that square, but I don't think it has a square to go to or foot to stand on once I do this. So we're going to go ahead and let that be. And knight can attack. If his knight goes over, I could just capture the pawn right away, causing his knight to have to move again. Or I could pin his knight, and if his knight's pinned again, I could just do this and win a knight. What would he have? If I did this, what counterplay does he have? Well, I don't want to do this actually, because I would lose a knight. Knight captures. So I'm going to go ahead and do this to put more pressure on his knight and his position overall. I could just capture his knight. No. That would be too easy. How about... How about... Knight captures e5, putting triple pressure on that square. No. I think he defended accurately now. I think I'm going to have to capture knight here. No, pawn capture here. So that if knight captures, we see rook over. And then what? His queen can just move over. So I'm going to have to do something about that knight right now. Because as it stands, that knight can attack my knight on e5 freely. Knight captures knight, bishop captures again. And then queen captures and then pawn captures, and now I have an advance. I want to have all my pieces on the board to attack. That's the problem. If we do see knight captures, bishop captures, what if knight captures e5? No, what if? I'm stuck in a position where I think my attack has just been stunted. What I want to do, I think, is bishop captures, f7, check, rook captures, knight out, threatening the rook again, trying to defend that with his queen. He has to defend it with his queen. But then there's nothing after that. I don't think there's anything. No. So if I capture a bishop, rook captures, knight captures, and his knight just captures. Simply. There's nothing else. I don't want to sacrifice material anymore because I'm down 2 pawns. And the only thing I have to show for it is bishop. How am I going to keep that bishop at bay? Well, first things first, to deal with this knight. This knight's free right now. How can I make it not free? I can capture, but then that would make it a waste. Make it a waste of a attacker. I could. I think the square is better occupied by a knight. So I could defend this. No, I can't. I have to move this knight. I can't remember. I have to move this knight. My knight can move to what square? What square do I need my knight to move to? He has that g3 square. That's not what I want. Alright, I'm going to take a little bit of seconds to look at this position because I don't know. I have to recoup myself. I'm not attacking. I have to try to remember that I'm trying to defend now. The only real way I can defend my knight. Damn. I think simply I just got overconfident myself, and maybe this attack doesn't work. Yeah, I don't see anything else. Oh no, wait. If I do capture with bishop, then he captures with bishop, and then my pawn captures, and he can't do anything about it if I capture with my bishop. I was considering my knight only. So I'm going to go ahead and capture a bishop, just to continue the attack. And have my pieces active, because I really didn't want to retreat my pieces at all. And now I'm still on attack. Okay, I'm liking this. And I think his bishop has to retreat to either here. Yeah, that's the only place he can retreat there. So I'm predicting there. And then maybe I can bring my rooks up. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, that knight. Forgot about that knight. Damn. Well, I can still bring my rook over, can I? To attack this open file. Not really threatening much. So I'm bringing that rook over, because there's nothing else I can really do other than... Well, that's the best move that I see. And if his knight does capture, then I can just capture with queen. Right? Capture with queen. Do I want that queen in diagonal? I don't think anything's going to happen with this diagonal because he can simply stop it. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. And now his queen's under fire. And there's really... He has to deal with it. I think his position is going to start opening up, because if after a queen up there, where I just pointed up to, queen here, my knight's going to capture here, then his queen captures there, my queen captures there, his pawn captures, and then I have domination of these two files. Correct? Correct. I don't think this will do anything for me. Well, I don't know, let me consider it. His queen can always move to this square or this square. Or, I mean, actually, it can move to this square only. But I think this is a better variation to go into because I'm more sure of it. Queen captures, queen captures, queen captures. And now I dominate these files. And now it's as if I'm only down one pawn, because these two pawns are doubled and they're under fire. And I can start piling up on this rank. I think the position's about equal. No, he's probably up because these pawns can overrun me. I think he's up a pawn or something. So I expected him to move his bishop there, just because I thought he would try to gain control of something. I don't know. He's just trying to activate his bishop. I'm thinking I should just move a rook here and then start attacking these pawns. So I'm already attacking this pawn here. So now he has to defend with this rook over here. And after he defends with that rook, what can I do? What can I do? I really don't want that bishop there. It's actually being inconvenient to me, because it's covering this and this. I want it to cover only one. If I do this, then I win a pawn back, so I'm going to do that. This bishop is really inconvenient to me right now. That's why I did what I'm doing. Move there and threaten my rook, but then he'll allow my second rook to get on that rank, and it's game over basically for him if he does let me do that. Okay. He let me do that, and now his world's going to start tumbling down. You're going to start seeing pawns fall, and everything's going to start going down in yellow timber, you know? Actually, there's a mate there, isn't there? I'm going to checkmate there. Oh, he can't defend. Important to note that. Oh, he defended a different way than I thought he would. But I can still capture this bishop, or capture this. Then when he backs off, I can retreat my bishop again. This is really difficult. Okay, I'm thinking here and then here to force an attack. Or defense, actually, because he has to defend if I do this. You'll see what I mean. What I mean is that if he doesn't capture this rook or bishop, he doesn't trade off the rook for the bishop. Oh, that's bad. Because now I'm attacking this, and he has to do something about this mate here. Because if you guys can see this, if he goes here, well, if he captures my bishop, ooh, I really wish you didn't do that, bruh. I think it's mate in two. Check, mate. Okay. So that was a great game, because I got to use Evan Gambit in front of you guys, where I just started pushing him up, and I think the right move is this. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's the right move, because if you do bring out your bishop, then you pretty much stunt your attack, and you're pretty much doing it for the leading attack. And he did the right move here. I think this is the move that goes off in the book. This is a book move. You're supposed to defend that open file before I can attack it. What I did is I brought my bishop out here, threatening this bishop if this knight were to move at all. So this square is unprotected and this square is unprotected, basically. Then his knight comes over because it's defending f7. I castled, he castled, so his king is on the king side, but that doesn't stop me from attacking. I start pushing it open, opening up this square for my knight. He captures, I start pushing up my knight, sacrificing a second pawn, sorry, my voice cracked. And that, sacrificing 2 pawns, you're going to have something, some sort of attack ready. And I guess this was a mistake by him. Better, I think, maybe might have been... And the reason why I'm moving it there, before I go on, is to have an attack via bishop captures knight, pawn captures, and then my knight can move over here, or here on the square, maneuver to the square over here on f6 to have control over the king side and potential tricky knight tactics. That's what I've seen. So that's why what was that word? I modeled myself over it. After it. So knight came over here, and that was a mistake because I pinned his knight. Bishop coming back, and I was sitting here contemplating for a while with you guys because I thought I just lost my attack and I just completely ruined Evan's gambit. But then I forgot that I don't have to capture with this knight. I can capture with the bishop, so I did. And it's just a bunch of captures that I made to try to push the knight. And then he captured with knight, which is really weird for me because then that just allowed my rook to get in the game. Knight captures, queen moved out of the way, and then from here I just had positional advantage. And I don't like that square that the bishop went to. I think the bishop had to contest. So I think the bishop had to contest my bishop to try to untangle those double pawns. To which I would have to trade, and I would be down 2 pawns or 1 pawn in the end game, right? 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I would be down 1 pawn in the end game with really positional advantage. That's all I would have. But he did this instead, which was questionable because he let me go on the second rank. He had to defend. I pushed the bishop out of the way because I decided over here it's not doing. Over here it has a large influence, but it can't really stay on that file or that diagonal. So I kicked it out of his diagonal. And the rest is history because he let me get on that file, on that rank. Then he did this, which is a mistake, because then he allowed him to capture. He moved his king over, which was another mistake. I think he should have just captured with rook, even though he would have been down a piece the exchange. He would have been better off than being mated. But he made his move, then he made another mistake, and that was the checkmate mistake. Okay, so that was good. I'll see you guys in the 4th game. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe, give it a like. Thank you.